I'm doing something more different today than I normally do. I don't normally have this camera here looking straight at me, and I'm not really sure how I feel about it, to be honest. But I'm not going to the gym today. I'm at home, I'm having a rest day, so I thought I'd try something a little bit different. If this doesn't work, then I'm not going to do it again. But yeah, I thought I'd just do a talk with a camera, and instead of just looking at like my day doing the gardening, or I don't even think I've filmed any of me going to the gym yet. That was what I was supposed to be doing, but I just haven't had the fucking balls to actually go and record myself in the gym yet. But that doesn't matter. I'm not too bothered. So you're not going to have the like annoying traffic sounds or anything today, which will hopefully be a lot nicer for your ears, and it will just be me talking with my little microphone in my bedroom instead. I mainly as well today just kind of wanted to have a talk because I woke up today and my meditation first thing this morning, I was very distracted and I was very aware of it straight away. I was very uncomfortable, and I think I've kind of worked out now that when that happens during my meditation, it's kind of a sign that I don't want to say like I've woken up on the wrong side of the bed, but it is almost like that. It's like an uncomfortable feeling you have first thing in the morning, and I first noticed it in my meditation. I was super distracted. I couldn't like concentrate for more than 5 minutes. I mean, it's a 20-minute long meditation, but I just couldn't concentrate. My mind kept wandering, and from that point I kind of just knew that my morning at least was going to be more difficult than it normally is. And yeah, so I finished my meditation. Well, I had my breakfast, I did my meditation, and I think just like being aware of that, the fact that I kind of knew that this morning I was going to be a little more like irritated and annoyed, kind of meant I could prepare for it a little bit. I feel like a few months ago or something, if I was in like an irritated mood or whatever, like that would have been it for the day. I just would have been in a mood for the entire day. And since I've started meditating and I've become more aware of my mood and how I feel first thing in the morning, it allows me to prepare for, well, no, I guess prepare sounds like I'm going to war. I'm not. But it allows me to, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess prepare is the right word. It just allows me to, just having that understanding of how you're feeling when you first wake up in the morning is super important. It allows you to get comfortable with that feeling. So the fact I knew I was irritated, I accepted the fact that I was irritated, and I didn't let it like drag me down for the entire day. And then when I got to work, just like little things were really, when it's just like a little thing like gets on your nerves, like you drop the tea towel on the floor in the morning and then you have to like bend down to pick it up, and it's just like, fuck. Stupid shit like that. And then when I got to work, like just everything and wait, what the fuck is that saying? Anything and everything was like winding me up and getting on my nerves. Like my hair at the moment is so long, and like my hair was getting in my eyes. It started raining a little bit, and I was just like, man, it's just one of those days. The first thing I did this morning was like, I was just filling up a bin full of like wet sticks. And at like 9 o'clock in the morning, when your hands are like covered in water when it's like 6 degrees. It's so annoying because your hands are just like frozen the first thing in the morning, and that lasts for like an hour, which is just fucking so annoying. So that got on my nerves, and then I had to like get in the like behind a bush and start like blowing leaves out from behind the bush, and I was just getting so like frustrated. And I don't know why, it's just such an easy thing to do, and I just like when you're getting in the back of the bush, like you're getting all wet, your fucking hair's in your face, and it's just like those tiny little things just accumulate and like kind of bug you a little bit, I guess. And so it's just like, fine, whatever. I settled into the day and I kind of just got along with it. And I think my dad kind of noticed at one point I was perhaps being a little bit more frustrated. Maybe I was being annoying. I was probably most definitely being annoying. But that's fine. We then stopped for lunch at like 12:30, and he bought me a Rocky Road like little chocolate thing, which was I don't know, I felt like that was a turning point in the day. Since after that I've been in a good mood. Like I've come home, I've had a shower, I've sorted whatever I don't even know what the fuck I've done with my hair, to be honest. I had a shower, I watched the Formula 1 for a little bit. And then yeah, I thought I'd just come and sit here and fucking chat shit about how stroppy I was this morning. But yeah, I don't really know where I was going with this, to be honest. I just kind of want to get this off my chest, and sometimes I think more recently as well, I've been like looking to like find a reason and try and justify why I might feel a certain way. And I think that's not necessarily always the best thing to do. Like sometimes you just feel a certain way because that's just how it is. And like the more I've been getting into astrology and stuff, I sort of started to build like a bit of a bad, like toxic sort of relationship with astrology specifically, because I started like looking for astrological reasons why I was feeling a certain way, which I think is kind of just wrong. And I think I should really just accept that I feel a certain way. I think it would be really fascinating to perhaps learn or research particular like I want to know how the brain chemistry works behind that. I want to know what sort of like chemical reactions is happening in my head to make me, like yesterday I was absolutely fine. I was plain sailing. I was in a great mood. Felt like I was on top of the world. And then today, just the complete opposite. Well, obviously after lunch I started feeling a little bit better. But it's almost like coming off a high. And I can't think of like one specific thing that happened yesterday that made me feel like I was on top of the world. And there was nothing that specifically happened today, albeit there was like an accumulation of things that were getting under my skin and annoying me. But in my meditation, before I'd even done anything in the day, I do my meditation first thing in the morning. So there's nothing that's occurred that's like made me feel that way. So what is it like? What is that chemical reaction that's occurring in my head that makes me feel like that? I'm not sure. Anyway, that's something I don't know, I want to look into. I don't know where to even start with that. I don't know what I can even do about that. But I'll work it out. I'm going to keep this one short. I've been recording for like 10 minutes. This actually worked pretty well. I might do more like this. Just slightly different pacing. I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to upload this as it is. So, fuck it. That'll do. I hope you enjoyed. See you later.